Yep, we got, yep. Good morning, everyone, and welcome to the committee adjustment meeting for June. Before we begin, I have to read the chair's introduction of this committee. In accordance with section 44, subsection 1 of the Planning Act, the Council of the Township of Ramara has appointed this committee of adjustment to hear applications for variances to the zoning bylaw and applications for consent to several land. The members of this committee are private citizens who are not members of council, nor are they employees. Committee members are provided with information about each application prior to the public hearing to enable them to review the sections of the township bylaws which are relevant and to make a site visit if needed. No discussion of applications will occur nor will any decisions be made outside of the public hearing. The procedure for the hearing applications is as follows. Number one, the secretary treasurer will describe the application and the extent of its processing to date. Number two, the applicant or agent will be asked for his or her comments. Number three, members of the audience will be asked for their comments. And number four, the applicant may then provide further information. Committee members will then provide questions or comments to be followed by the decision of the committee. A written copy of the notice of decision will be sent to the applicant and anyone who provides the secretary treasurer with a written request, including their full name and address. Decisions of this committee may be appealed to the Ontario Land Tribunal by the applicant, minister, or a specified person or public body. The procedure is included with the notice of decision. And if you wish to be advised of a possible Ontario Land Tribunal hearing, you must request in writing a copy of this committee's decision. Once the application has been heard by the committee and the 20-day appeal period has ended, the application sign should be removed from your property. The sign can be returned for the township for reuse or recycling. Now I'm going to introduce the committee here this morning, and to my far left is Dan Walker, and next to him is Tom Truax. I'm Randy Warren, your acting chair this morning. Also, we have with us this morning our assistant secretary treasurer, I should say, secretary treasurer Chris Barker, and planning assistant Taylor Graver. Please address all comments to the chair and ensure all cell phones are in silence to ensure that an orderly meeting is maintained. Today's meeting is being streamed live on the Township of Ramara YouTube channel. Anyone who's invited to speak will be recorded, and their voice, image, and comments will form part of the live stream. The chair and or secretary treasurer have the discretion and authority at any time to direct the termination or interruption of live streaming. Such direction will only be given in exceptional circumstances where deemed relevant. Circumstances may include instances where the content of the debate is considered misleading, defamatory, or potentially inappropriate to be published. Attendees are advised they may be subject to legal action if their actions result in inappropriate and or unacceptable behavior and or comments. Please note that this meeting is being recorded and is also being live streamed, and that all or some attendees are participating by video conference. Also, please be aware that other people may be able to see you and to take care not to screen share your computer. Anything you broadcast may be captured by the recording. Okay, the next thing, is there any disclosure of pecuniary interest from the committee on any applications? None so noted then. We'll begin with our application. Is there someone here for application consent file B224 7 Balsam Road? Sir, would you like to come forward and just give your name? Just hit the sender button on the mic there, and then you may have to raise it up a bit. Now just touch the button to activate it. Okay, very good.
No, the big bar across the front.
Yeah.
Okay, now, thank you. Sorry about that.
Okay. And if you wouldn't mind giving your name, sir, for the.
Yes, my name is Tino Ferreira. I'm the owner of 7 Balsam Road
Okay.
and also number 18 Ferreira Road. I'm here to ask consent to have the boundaries altered from that property. For the simple reason as I do not think it was properly divided at the time. It was my fault because I applied that way. So nothing to do with council or anything like that. So I do not believe there is any problems that affects anybody in any way, shape, or form. It's just the property itself. That
Sir, could you wait till the Secretary Treasurer reads the report?
Sure.
And then we'll get your comments afterwards, if that's possible, sir?
Sure.
Sure.
Thank you.
Very well. You may just sit down until she reads it, and then you can get up and come to the mic afterwards.
Yep.
Okay, Chris, if you wouldn't mind reading the report, please.
Good morning, everybody. We're discussing agenda item 4.1 for file B2 2024, which is for property 7 Balsam Road. And the application for consent has been submitted in order to enable a boundary adjustment between 7 Balsam Road and 18 Ferrer Road. The purpose of the application is to sever approximately 899 square meters parcel from 7 Balsam Road to merge with 18 Ferrer Road. The parcel of land contains an existing wood-sided barn that is used as an accessory building, and the parcel of land to be conveyed contains a drainage easement, and this easement will remain in effect. All existing structures will meet the required setbacks of the new lot lines after the boundary adjustment is completed. And so here is the proposed boundary adjustment. We have 7 Balsam Road and 18 Ferreira. So this section, including this wood-sided barn, is proposed to be merged with 18 Ferreira Road. We did circulate the application in accordance with the Planning Act. Both Ramara Infrastructure and Building Department had no concerns with the application, and we received no further comments to date. These lands are within the boundaries of the Lake Simcoe Protection Plan. They're regulated by the Lake Simcoe Region Conservation Authority. They're in an area for growth according to the Place to Grow growth plan for the Greater Golden Horseshoe, and they're designated settlements according to the County of Simcoe official plan. The properties are also designated village according to the township's official plan, designated village residential according to the township's secondary plan for Atherley Updegrove settlement area, and they're zoned village residential according to the township zoning bylaw. In accordance with staff report BP 2224, this proposal complies or otherwise does not conflict with the provincial policy statement 2020, the Lake Simcoe Protection Plan, the growth plan for the Greater Golden Horseshoe, and the County of Simcoe official plan. As well, the subject applications, in the opinion of staff, do not offend the intent of the township's official plan or township zoning bylaw. Severances for legal or technical reasons includes for purposes to instate minor boundary adjustments that do not result in the creation of a new lot, is permitted within provincial and local land use planning policy, and it's not considered development under any of these policies. The boundary adjustment would realign the accessory barn that is currently located within the rear of 7 Balsam Road to the benefiting property 18 Ferreira Road. The new proposed lot boundary does not trigger any infractions to the zoning provisions for the benefiting property or the retained lands. Should the committee find it appropriate to approve this consent application, the following conditions are recommended. One is satisfying the requirements of the Township of Ramara financial and otherwise. I have to edit this condition that we don't want cash in lieu for a boundary adjustment. I have to make sure that's also not in the formal motion, so we'll remove that right now. Let's restart that. So 1 is satisfying the requirements of the Township of Ramara financial and otherwise, including the payment of outstanding taxes. 2, provisions of a registrable legal description on the parcel to be severed, together with an electronic copy of the applicable reference plan and a draft transfer prepared by a solicitor for the parcel to be severed and merged with 18 Ferreira Road. The suggested motion is that the Committee of Adjustment receive report BP 2224, published to the June 11th, 2024 Committee of Adjustment meeting agenda, and that consent application B224 be approved with the recommended conditions. The alternatives are that the committee could deny or defer the application.
Thank you, Krista.
Thank you.
Now, sir, if you'd like to come forward and if you have anything more to offer than what Chris has read in the report.
Thanks again. My name is Tino Ferreira. I have nothing to complain about it.
Okay.
Just want to thank everybody. And that's it. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much, sir.
Thank you.
Anyone in the audience have anything to add to what has been already mentioned? If not, then I guess, Dan, your opinion on this application?
Yeah, I did a site visit. The sign was up and well displayed. I read the reports. I have no concerns.
Tom?
Yeah, I also went and had a look. I have no problems with the application.
Thank you. I also looked, again, the sign was quite visible and I'm happy to say that it's just a boundary adjustment. No new lots, nothing's being created at all other than adjusting the boundary, so I have no problem with it at all. It does seem like we're all in agreement on this. Could I have a motion to move by moved by Dan and seconded by Tom that the application be approved, and all those in favor? And that motion is carried. Thank you, sir, for joining us today. Good luck with your lot line adjustment. Okay. Moving onward, minor variance file A624 4148 Danko Beach Road. I believe, ma'am, would you like to come and just give your name, please? And then Carissa will read the report. We just have to have your name for the record.
Hi, my name is Catherine Raftis. I also have with me my contractor, who is Chance Cave,
Okay,
and that, if you have any questions for us.
okay, thank you. Well, Chris will read the report and then you can add anything to it afterwards.
Okay, discussing 4148 Glencoe Beach Road for file A6 2024. An application has been submitted by Catherine Raftis, owner, and Scott Wagler, agent, requesting a minor variance for a reduction in the minimum front yard setback to allow for the construction of a 528 square foot or approximately 49 square meter detached garage. The decrease in front yard setback is required due to the location of the existing septic system on the property, and the proposal require the following variance to the township zoning bylaw. A variance to section 15(2)B for the required front yard setback of 7.5 meters, the proposed setback being 4 meters to the accessory building. So request is a variance of 3.5 meters. Here's just a project site plan showing the proposed garage in relation to everything else on the property. So there's, the lake, and then we have the existing dwelling and septic bed in the front. We circulated the application in accordance with the Planning Act. Building as well as Infrastructure Department commented no concerns. However, no further comments have been received to date regarding the application. In terms of policy, the subject lands are within the boundaries of the Lake Simcoe Protection Plan. They're regulated by the Lake Simcoe Region Conservation Authority, are designated greenlands according to the County of Simcoe official plan. The property is designated shoreline residential according to the township's official plan, and zoned shoreline residential according to the Township of Ramara zoning bylaw 2005.85 as amended. As per staff report BP 2124, this proposal complies or otherwise does not conflict with the provincial policy statement 2020, the Lake Simcoe Protection Plan, and the County of Simcoe official plan. Staff are of the opinion that this proposal does not offend the intent of the township's official plan or the township zoning bylaw. The subject lot sewage system is located in the front yard of this property. The Ontario Building Code has prescribed sewage system setbacks, which cannot be varied. The applicant requests a minor variance to the required front yard setback provision as opposed to the high watermark setback in consideration of the ecological health of Lake Simcoe and capability to obtain support under the LSRCA and comply with the LSPP. Due to the size of the lot and existing development, and the area of the existing sewage system, the requested location for the proposed garage is appropriate. Should the committee find it appropriate to approve this minor variance application, the following condition is recommended to be added to the approval. 1, that the minor variance pertains only to one detached garage proposed to be constructed at the subject location. And 2 is that the proposed detached garage shall not be used for habitable living space. Should the committee find it appropriate to approve this minor variance application, the following reasons can be provided. The general intent and purpose of the zoning bylaw will be maintained. The general intent and purpose of the official plan will be maintained. The requested variance is desirable for the appropriate development of the subject lands, and the requested variance is minor in nature. The suggested motion is that the Committee of Adjustment receive report BP 2124 published to the June 11th Committee of Adjustment meeting agenda, and that minor variance application A6 24 be approved with the recommended conditions. And the alternatives are that the committee could deny or defer the application.
Thank you, Krista. Ma'am, would you have anything more that you'd like to add to the comments that Chris has already made? Sure. Yeah, I think we'd probably like to see them. It's. Doesn't matter, doesn't matter. Yeah. Okay. I'd swear it's almost closer to the road than you think, but I mean, that's a different story. Well, thank you, ma'am. Those are, help us to, I mean, we've all seen the property. So we basically know what it is, and anything further you'd like to add?
No, unless you have any questions for me.
Okay, let's start with Tom this time. You're,
Okay. I gotta start all, what did I say? I have no problem with the application. I was out and had a look and everything looks fine.
Dan,
Same as Tom, I have no concerns.
and I was out and saw the property. Again, your pictures of the neighbor's garage, it just shows that they're, I mean, you're pretty well bound to put the garage where you planned it. You got
Yeah.
the septic system, you can't
Yeah.
deviate from that.
Yeah.
So you really have no other choice. As far as it's a low traffic road, you don't have to worry about it extending too far for vision or anything like that. So
Yeah.
I have no problem with the way you presented it. So I think we're all in favor. Tom's gonna move and Dan's gonna second, and all those in favor, that motion is carried. Thank you,
Okay.
ma'am.
Thank you very much.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Okay. I guess moving forward, the minutes of the last meeting, has everyone had a chance to review them? Is there anything that needs to be added, amended, or whatever? Okay, yeah, I feel the same way. Could I have a mover and a seconder for the minutes? Moved by Tom, second by Dan. All those in favor? That is carried. Any new or unfinished business? Here's it, no one is bringing anything. So, motion to adjourn. Moved by Dan, second by Tom at 9:51. Thank you, everybody, for going.